Are you ready?
No, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
You're nervous, aren't you?
I am nervous. My palms are sweating.
You know why? It's because this is official, right? This is album review for Cowboy Carter, and it's not reaction where we're listening to it for the first time and we're trying to figure it out. Like, this is official opinion, huh?
I took notes.
I know. I just want to start. I mean, the other day I said it's not a quiz, it's not a test. You don't have to have everything memorized. Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, but I think you were lying.
But I also want to say that no matter what you say, 100%, somebody out there is going to go, yep, she's right. And someone else is going to go, nope, you're wrong.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about it. You're just sharing your experience with the album. That's it. That's all this is. And we call it a review because that's what people search for, although we've missed, like, the buzz window, so it doesn't really matter at this point. But
okay. I have a cramp on my toe.
That's because you're like, you're balling up your feet and stuff. Here, get your wine glass. Welcome. This is a channel first official album review.
Thank you.
Welcome. I'm glad you're here. That's nice.
That's nice.
It'll be fun. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
gonna
fuck
say
this up. Don't come in with some roaring hot take that's gonna stir up the peoples.
Well, we'll see. I'm gonna save this for afterwards.
Oh no! Come on, your feet are cramping because you're balling up your toes so much. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. Okay, take a drink. I'll kick us off with the first question.
You said there were no questions.
No, I said it's not a test. There's gonna be questions. Oh yeah,
That's
sure.
the same thing.
Drink your wine. Go ahead. Have a drink. It's okay. It's okay. Well, I will kick us off with opening in the same way we open the reaction with starting about how neither of us are really fans of country officially, right? Technically speaking.
But
no. We don't even do just starting there.
Okay.
So in that context, with the country songs that Beyonce had on this album, did she win you over?
Okay. First of all.
Okay, here come all the qualifiers.
I kept reading in the comments over and over again that she said that this was not a country song.
Or a country album. Yes, it's a Beyonce album.
Right.
Not a country album. Which we didn't know going into it.
Right.
We didn't know that.
And after listening to it and reading those, I was like, well, yeah, it's not a country album.
Yeah.
So
That's why I specify the country songs. The songs that sound country. The songs that you would associate with a country sound. Not being a huge country fan, did those songs win you over? Did you enjoy those?
Yes, because she is such a great storyteller.
Yeah.
And that's what I really like about music. I'm finding out is I just want a good story. And that's what she does. From the music to the lyrics to just the whole shebang.
What I love too about this album is it feels like it's a story of her, but it's not like it's not rigid from the beginning to the middle. Here's what happened, the ups and downs. It's more of like a reflective, remembering things through music, probably being inspired by some of the songs that she did covers on. It's got this loose feel of being a history of her life, but not in a structured, rigid way.
Right. Picking out certain points that in this theme were special to her, but not giving us an itemized list of everything that has gone on.
Yeah.
And so saying within my life, with these concepts, this is what applies and this is what's on this album.
Well, to me, it feels like memories celebrated through music. It feels like when I listen to this album, I feel like I'm listening to Beyonce kind of remember her own life and express it through music, but also at the same time, she's expressing those memories, and some of those memories are music.
Yeah.
Inspired by music. And I really enjoy that. I think, to me, that seems to be what shines through the most with some of these country songs, the country style songs, which I loved the most. Now, to take the question I asked you and flip it around onto me, the non-country tracks. Because remember on the reaction when we got to, which was it? I think Bodyguard is kind of like the first non-country-esque style of song in terms of sound.
Right.
And I was kind of like, oh, I wanted the whole thing to be cut. Remember? I don't know.
Yes.
I remember. she won me over on the non-country stuff, which I think is very cool because I came into this, I wanted her to be this like giant wrecking ball against just whatever institution country is, right? And just prove to the whole world undeniably, no, she can also do that and you can't say no and all this other stuff. I'm glad she didn't do that.
No,
honestly.
she did one better.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think she made her album.
Yes.
I think she made something that's important to her in a way that she wanted to. Like, if this album did not have Spaghetti, this 2.5 little minute spitfire of I'm not in a gang, but I got shooters and I bang bang, and she's just running her mouth, like it just wouldn't be the same. I'm so glad she's running her mouth a bit here and there. It's really cool. Really cool. Do you know the name of your favorite song from the album?
I have 2.
Okay.
And these.
Do you want the mouse to scroll with, or can you remember them?
It's Just for Fun and then Most Wanted.
Oh, those 2 together?
Yes.
Okay.
And Levi's Jeans, of course, is the 3rd.
Oh, dude, that little section right, yeah.
But also, and I hope it's not cliche yet, but Texas Hold'em.
No, Texas Hold'em's amazing.
That one, you cannot.
It's so good.
You can't sit. Like,
No,
if it comes
so
on,
yeah.
you have to move your hips. You have to at least tap your toes. Like, you can't be.
Yeah.
By the time that song's done, you can't be in a bad mood, even if you try really, really hard. Yeah. It just takes you out of it. And for the other 2, for
Just for Fun.
Well, Levi's Jeans we could talk about later. But for Just for Fun and the 2 Most Wanted, that's when I finally understood. Okay, he does this thing where when he's in the car, if it's a song that he likes, we get to our destination and we're not allowed to get out of. Well, he doesn't get out of the car.
This is true.
Until the song is over. It doesn't matter how much time is left.
No,
it doesn't matter if we're late.
It's like the Cartman episode where he has to sing the song all the way through.
Yeah. So he does this. And I always thought, whatever. Initially, I thought, that's a cute little thing he does. And then after a few years, I was like, that's an annoying little thing he does. And then I was just like, that's a dumb little thing he does. Now I understand it. Because now with those 2, Just for Fun and 2 Most Wanted, if I get interrupted, I start it over.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
So,
they do fold into each
now.
other really well. That's something else about this album that I like is she's got like what is it? Rose, My Rose, 50 Seconds. You know, the little Smoke Hours with Willie Nelson. These little things. I like how this album has these little subsections that kind of tether these pockets of music together. So you kind of just go on this ride rather than song to song to song.
Right.
Because some of the transitions, I think, song to song would be a little odd. You know, it'd be a little bit of a jar.
Most of them go together, but like I think it's in that one. I think it's in Smoke Hour, that little one right there.
Into Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, I think that's the one, if I remember right, where Willie Nelson just, for me, hits the theme of the whole thing, where he tells the audience, you know, sit back and enjoy it. And I'm paraphrasing here, but basically he says, and if you don't want to enjoy it, if you want to just be, you know, cranky, go do it on your own.
Yeah, no, I love the way you said
whatever.
That. Go find your own jukebox. It's great. I love it. I love that he does it like that.
And I love how that right there, to me, just encompasses the entire album.
Yes.
Because for me, this album is all about enjoyment and playfulness. And there's a lot of soul stuff going on there. But it's pure entertainment and wonderful. And that's what he's saying.
It's her.
Yeah, he's saying you either enjoy it or you go cry about it on your own.
Yeah, no,
but this is right now we're to make something beautiful.
Yeah, and it's her. That's what's really cool. I feel like this album is just Beyonce making what she wants to make, and this is something I harp on all the time.
And she says it over and over.
Yes.
In the lyrics.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
Because if it would have been something she was supposed to make, or something that's supposed to rival country, or something that's supposed to prove. It's different. But the fact that she does what she wants to do. There's all these different sounds in it. I would say overall it's got a country sound, but I mean in the back half it really shifts around a little bit with the sound. But it's her album.
And that theme comes up frequently.
I did want to say with Two Most Wanted, I got a little emotional about it. And the reason why is, and I didn't say at the time because I probably would have just started blubbering all over myself, but how many thousands of miles have you and I gone down the road together? Tens of thousands of miles.
Yes.
And so the part where, the window's down and I got one hand rolling through the air and the other hand's on you, I thought about all the times we went bombing out to the beach in San Diego or driving here or driving this. So that song really hit me when that one came through. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like it.
Do you want me to wreck it?
Yes. Yes. I would love for you to wreck it. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I'm very excited.
So.
She's quite good at wrecking things.
I like that you took it that way.
Okay. I hear you.
I could very easily take it that way. And there are certain things that they say in the lyrics that, yes, you can definitely take it that way. But
no, this is great. Go ahead.
I hit the table.
Oh, that's all right.
But I took it as a friendship, like with my.
You saying we're not friends? Is that what you're saying? We're not friends? Is that what you're saying? The truth comes out.
Our son is giving me a thumbs up. So I'm good to go.
We're not friends.
No. I was thinking of my buddies from college. I was thinking.
But that's great too.
Of my buddies from when my son was little. I met an incredible group of girls, ladies, women, whatever you want to call them. And so that's what I was thinking about with them. I can do this. I listened to this album this afternoon.
One of the friends moved to Arizona a couple years back, and we just saw them again this last weekend at a wedding, and so some stuff is stirred up emotionally. That's what's going on.
Plus, if you've seen me enough on these things, you know that I just cry.
Oh, did you see that comment? Oh, I love her. She's a crier. Somebody put a comment.
And the problem is, it's not even a nice cry. Like, it's an ugly cry. Whatever. Anyways. Whatever. So that's what I felt when I heard that song, and that's what I have been feeling. I love you. No. I have been feeling for the last, week and a half that we've been listening to this.
But that's great. Because I love that it has two different meanings to two different people. And I think, to me, that's a testament to how well... I think in the reaction at one point, we talked about how she's done a great job of writing these songs and making them personal and making them open and emotional, but also open-ended.
Right.
So everybody can enjoy them a certain way.
And to be honest, if you took it the way he did, yes, definitely. I have been mentally cheating and skipping those little phrases that make it not the way I see it.
Yeah. No, I do that too sometimes. I do that too. No. That's not what this song is about. This song actually about this thing that I'm putting in my head right now. No,
right.
That's very common.
When I've been listening to it, I have been cheating on purpose and knowing it, just because it's been so nice to feel that feeling of like contentment and home, and that when you get with friendships that have been that long, because you know that they know how big of a jerk you are and they still love you, which makes them incredible people.
All right, let's turn the tide a little bit. Okay. I mentioned to you, I think the song I enjoyed the least is Yaya. Was there a song that you're not really into? Are there any? What songs do you go, I'm just not into it for some reason?
Yeah. And it makes sense that you're not. I really like Yaya, but it makes sense that you don't, because it's a very feminine song.
Well, I don't know about that, but anyway, while you're looking that up on your notes, I'll mention some of my favorites. One of my favorites, actually, I think my favorite off the album is Just for Fun. I think that song is phenomenal. Two Hands to Heaven really, really grew on me. I think that's a great one too. I like the quieter sound on that one. 16 Carriages, of course, is fantastic. Texas Hold'em. Alligator Tears grew on me a whole bunch. Great one. Levi's Jeans, Two Most Wanted. I mean, there's so many songs on this album. Protector, Bodyguard. I wasn't really into it at first. I love it now. Like, pretty much this whole album. The only stretch I kind of lose interest is Ya Ya, Desert Eagle.
You don't like Desert Eagle?
It's fine, but I keep thinking it's Thundercat, but I know it's not Thundercat on the bass. And I always think, oh, it's just Thundercat. Oh, no, it's not. It would have been listed in the thing. Oh, for some reason, I'm just kind of sad. It's fine. It's cool. And then like Riverdance is fine as well. But that stretch of the album, those handful of tracks, I'm kind of like, whatever. Not terribly into it. Tyrant's cool. Sweet Honey Buckin's cool. Amen's cool. I mean, this album is so much hits for me and very, very, very few misses. What do you got for ones you're not into? What was the song you weren't really into?
I'm not into is actually 16 Carriages.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Why? What is it about 16 Carriages that doesn't really jive for you?
I think it's the beat that goes with it. And I understand, I like what was done with the, it's not a clapping, but it mimics the sound of a horse running. And so I understand the reason for that. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, there you go, which is important.
I do appreciate it. All that has gone into it because there are so many layers. It's just not one that I go, I want to listen to that one.
Oh, okay. Sure. And that's fine. Yeah. There you go.
My Rose is, but it's...
Yeah, that's a short one. I was going to say, with Protector, a lot of people mentioned in the comments they really appreciated you bringing up the Giving Tree, the story, what it means, and its place in that song. Because a lot of people in comments said that totally changed the song for them, like hearing that, both in the song and in the album. You know, that reference was very, very important. And I think it looked like a lot of people didn't really catch that or know that. So good for you for bringing that up. Despite crying terribly.
Oh, yeah.
Not terribly. I shouldn't say terribly.
Oh,
but you had a terrible time like getting it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then same thing with Daughter. A lot of people agreed with you on Daughter coming directly after Jolene. She's colder than Titanic water. Don't cross her. Like, I was taking another way of her being surprised she's just like her father, and you're like, no. This is who she is.
And she knows it.
Yeah. So it was cool. It was cool to see some discourse in the comments about, basically, I really enjoyed, I feel like, obviously at a different perspective, but more you had like a different intuition. You know, you've got a woman's intuition on certain things that I'm just not going to pick up on. And so I think with that specifically, especially coming right after Jolene, which is about, don't you try and take my man and all this other shit. And then now you've got this other song, I'm colder than Titanic water. Yeah, good shit.
Oh, it goes right in.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We're doing ones that weren't my favorite.
Well, you can say whatever you want. No worries.
Well, I need to focus. Otherwise, I'm going to just keep talking.
I see on your phone you put favorite next to everything and hearts next to everything.
I did not put favorite next to everything and hearts next to it. Daughter, of course.
Appreciate next to spaghetti.
Yeah.
Okay. Was that one?
I wrote not usually in the mood to need this one.
Oh, okay.
And also there's that abrupt change in the middle. And so even if I were in the mood, it would have changed before I'd be ready.
I mean, they do transition, but yeah, to come right after Daughter.
And so I understand it. It's just...
I feel like it's kind of an extension of those three tracks. Of the warning to the mistress, How Cold I Am, and then Spaghetti is more just her spitting fire on everybody, you know?
Yeah. No, I understand it. It's just from if I'm going to listen to this as a recreation rather than an intellectual exercise.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Then...
I just like the term as a recreation. We got to give props on Sweet Honey Buckin' to Shabuzi.
If you want.
And the fucking cool verse that he had in that track. That was so cool, you know.
Which one?
Bought a Chevy, painted it red, money too long, can't fit in the bed. That was just a fun verse on that one.
Yes. Okay, so I wrote down
We got something here.
On that one.
Yeah.
I put is not my favorite.
Okay.
But I did notice I was making dinner while I was listening to the whole album, and I did notice that my toe was tapping. So I can't talk. I mean, if something is decent enough to make you happy enough that you're tapping your toes when you're trying to figure out what you're making for dinner, or trying not to burn it in my case, then
the other day she set off the smoke alarms twice within an hour.
Thank you.
The poor cats were traumatized. I had to carry them and hold them and stuff. Mm-hmm. Poor kitties.
Our son knows how to turn off the smoke alarm now.
She is a great cook, by the way. She's a great cook. I'm very fat because of it. Okay, that's 20 minutes. Was there anything of substantial note? Anything else that you wanted to put out there?
I wrote down all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, but we don't have to say all of it.
No, we don't.
You know, it's not, like I said, it's not a test. You don't have to have everything memorized. It's okay.
No, I think, I have to talk about Levi's jeans.
Okay, all right.
I really like that one, and I know a lot of people do, but I was trying to figure out why I like it, and I finally figured it out. Because, first of all, it sounds like Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Saturday morning laziness.
Yeah.
Like that nice, beautiful, quiet first thing in the morning, and
nothing to do, nowhere to go.
And then it just kept getting better, because you could hear in her song, in the lyrics, like at the very beginning when she says on, and that doesn't do it justice because she holds it out for a long time. You could like see, hearing that, you could see like her putting on nylons, only jeans.
Yeah, right.
And so being all slinky and teased about it. And I was like, this is like the perfect combination of just, this is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. And that song and the way she sang the words painted such a great and distinct picture that
it has this levity to it.
Yeah.
And I think Levi's jeans is probably the most surprising for me because I enjoy it so much. And I feel like it's a song that typically I wouldn't really be into. That type of song, that more of like a happy, fun. I'm more like metal, anger, depression, you know, that stupid bullshit, right? So these lovey-dovey, like happy, we're just playing, I'm usually not into that. That's not usually my jam. I usually kind of find it to be cheesy. But there is this, just like you're saying, like, this fun, easy Saturday morning.
There's nothing contrived about it.
No, it does feel very natural. Yeah. I think that's a big part of it. Yeah, that's a great track. Yeah, great track.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the reasons why I like Beyonce. And I was thinking with this album, this is the first time where listening to it over the last week and a half, I've thought, I want to learn the words to almost all these songs, because I feel like I can hum along with them, but I feel like I'm missing out because I want to sing them and I can't whatsoever.
Well, it's a lot of music to remember. It's a lot. Yeah,
but in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to learn all these songs. And,
Well, can I close on a note? Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that in terms of album of the year, this album will be nominated. That's my easiest prediction of the year so far. This album absolutely will.
That's a super safe prediction.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This album will be nominated. Now, if it wins, who knows? You know, usually the Grammys announce their nominees, I think, in like November. So you could say there's about 6 months left of music release time to see, you know, who's going to drop into the mix. There's rumors of Kendrick dropping an album next month. Taylor Swift just released hers, although apparently the Taylor Swift one isn't amazing, but whatever. I don't know anything about her music. Yeah. But I just want to throw that out there because I'm going to be paying attention. I don't care about the Grammys. The only reason why I mention it is because she's never won Album of the Year. So we'll see if she actually gets it or not with this. I think this could win. If I would be surprised. I mean, basically what I'm trying to say is I feel like this is the album to beat right now. You know, it's kind of like the Olympics, right? The first couple of contestants go out. Okay, now this is the score to beat. Right now, in my opinion, this is the album to beat for the year, for Album of the Year. And I just want to throw that out there. like you were saying, super safe prediction. Yeah.
Super safe prediction. Like, you're not getting any odds on that at all.
Now, one thing we did talk about too, because it's fun to have you around. People like having you around. I kind of like having you around, even though apparently we're not friends. Sorry, I had to put that out there. We're coming up on summer. You're out of school for summer. You're more available in the summer. So on this video specifically, I've done a piss poor job lately of replying to comments and stuff. On this video specifically, over the summer, if you guys want an album that we absolutely have to react to, please throw it in the comments. If you see it and you agree, vote up on the comment. 10 people saying the same album is worse than one person saying it and it getting 10 votes, basically, because the more votes, then it filters up to the top. So basically, it doesn't have to be hip hop. I usually do hip hop, but something that you think the two of us together would really enjoy, great to listen to. If you have an idea, drop it in the comments, and maybe we can get to it over the summer. Summer always goes so fast. But, I'm hopeful we can get a handful of reactions in together.
Can I have a non-request?
Yeah, make your non-request, yes. Something you're not interested in.
If you guys are okay with it. I've kind of had my fill of 1,000 gecs.
Oh, the poor gecs. Poor gecs, no love.
They work really hard, but they work really hard for other people.
It's just not your jam, is it?
No.
Not your jam. They're pretty crazy.
They're pretty crazy. I appreciate them. I don't want to appreciate them anymore.
Oh, that's funny. That's a great ending spot right there.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Take care. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.